starting where we left off, we have to talk to Mr. Rustard a bit.
Go ahead, lad.
Earlier, we set free the ghost children, and now we have to do a couple of things in the tower. And once I get to it...
What's that old machine in the tower?
Ah, that'll be my old steam machine.
What does it do?
Do? It makes steam.
I was secretly planning on making that joke about how it's a machine that just makes steam, but oh well, it's actually
power.
Yeah.
The war was raging. No power to this church.
So, you created steam power. That's brilliant.
Well, I thought so, but it was never used.
Why?
It was made to power up that old organ, but
Yes?
no one wanted to play it.
Because of the war?
No, because of the curse.
Curse? Don't tell
I
me.
get the feeling we're going to be playing the organ.
Most of the bunch.
Yes, actually, we're going to play the organ.
In Ulcom?
Oh boy.
And it's Nathaniel Ager's organ as well, the one that bankrupted his family.
Said they could feel his presence.
So we have to...
Waiting.
So we have to power the organ by activating the steam machine.
No coming back.
And
Imagine like a battle of the bands with the Agers.
like a rock style.
Don't go
Yes.
in there.
Yeah.
There's
Hang
nothing
on,
good
Steam
in
machines. So this guy got his hands on one of the unreleased Steam consoles.
Oh no. He got everything.
What I'm looking for.
You
We
mean the
have
hat
to
and
use
steam
the power of
machine?
Steam Big Picture modes to power the organ.
Yes. Yeah, because
It
Steam
took
is secretly
200
owned by
years
Haddon.
to make a machine to power the
The
organ.
people of Saxton. Remember
I just like kind of imagining as Nigel is just using the organ, you just hear like the Steam message received signs and it just looks over. and this
Anyway,
pops
now-
everything up.
Anyway, now we can go into the cottage that Timmy was hiding and get two things. One of the journals.
Yes.
Woo.
Definitely a crown.
This is Nathaniel Ager's journal, and I don't exactly know what it says in there. Because it's kind of weird and kind of nonsensical. But
An
once I
oil
get
can.
to it,
Oh,
and we
cool.
also get a oil can.
Nathaniel
contents-
Ager.
The contents of the book basically sounds like a lyric of some sort, probably to my Dark Lord and Master, about how he'll awaken the king with his church organ and strike down anyone who doesn't sing along. So,
Ooh.
typical Ager cryptic nonsense. It goes something like, awake, awake, my king, awake, the pipes will bow, the walls will shake, or something like that.
Awake the king, it must be awakened. Like
Yeah.
some metal.
Beautiful animation. I love how it still perfectly follows along it so perfectly.
The
Yeah.
oil can
It doesn't
simulator.
wobble or anything, it just kind of goes from one point to another point to another point.
Imagine this as a
Interpolation.
VR mod.
Yeah.
Oh god, that would be awful.
And now we can activate the steam machine. Now this will not only power the organ, but a couple other things around the church. You remember that door downstairs by the tower that we couldn't access to? You can see that the pipes are now blowing out steam, so you can assume, hey, maybe it powers the door. And actually it does.
Power door. That's
Yeah.
this is like
The
Steve.
puzzle actually requires you to click on buttons that make a certain noise and place them in the right order. You can only solve it by activating the steam machine. Press them in the
Okay.
correct order and you open the door.
Fair enough.
Did somebody tell you the correct order? Because
No, you just have to guess by the. You have to follow the sounds. And make a different sound when you get the correct one. Because earlier it only made the wrong sounds.
Wait. Oh, hang on.
Anyway, you're going to go.
Hang on, so-
Yeah.
Sorry, I was gonna say, regarding the door, I just realized. So, the door was connected to a piston. And the whole thing about how a piston
this
works...
game makes me insane.
How a piston works is that steam goes in and pushes it out, and then it sort of comes in when the steam goes out. So by turning the steam machine on and pumping steam into the piston, it was able to close?
I have no idea.
I
This
think
is,
the problem is we don't know the internal mechanisms of this one. I mean, it looked
guess
like a
so.
motor block of like a V6 or V8 or something.
I don't know. It's a lost crown. It's not something that's logical.
The lost grain.
It's
I
not a
haven't
lost-
found it.
It's not a lost crown, it's a lost cause.
Yes.
Lost cause too.
The worst.
That's just cause.
Yes.
Somebody has a face that makes me sick.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time looking at the murals. Don't really do anything. They just there to show like, oh, people used to respect their dead or whatever.
This was like the first presentation of the Lost Crown. That's like the moral of that, and people are like, oh, confused.
Oh, by the way, the guide who jump scares us, he will appear here every so randomly.
Oh, joy!
Yeah, I think he just appears in the same spot, and there's some other things, but not really jump scary. You'll see.
Jump annoyance.
I did cut away the second time he did pop up, so don't
Jump
worry.
existing.
Hmm.
So I spent a lot of time just looking around to see what's what, and there's not really much in this area. I think I spent a good amount of time just looking around because I wanted to get... Yeah, I probably should have
That's fair enough.
a bit of it out. Anywho, here's one of the door that's actually important.
No one has been through there for decades.
And that doesn't mean we can't go in there. We can go in there, but we have to solve this little puzzle behind here. Now these you can actually solve these pretty easily since these just brute force since there are only like 4 symbols. But there is a hint to the actual solution if you go in deeper into the catacombs. And by the way, the catacombs is just literally a big circle, so you can't really get lost in here. There's only 2 exits at each point besides the exit to in and out of the catacombs.
All I could say about that is thank God. The last thing this game needs is an incomprehensible maze.
Yeah, all the
Oh,
there
well,
actually
you
are
can
no
get in
mazes
there.
in the game, despite the fact that they seem like it. Like the camera's just like a two-way split, and that's it. We can interact with this coffin though, but we need something in order to do so. And it should be around here, I believe. Yeah. We grab a bit of metal from my candle holder, and we're going to use that as a crowbar.
Torn and quartered.
And once I get to it, there we go. Get my notes because we're going to be needing to use them for a minute.
Wait, they hung quartered the plague victims?
Yeah, these are supposed to be like plague victims.
Why do you quarter them? You get even more contact with them.
I know, this is Dance to Death, a set of poems about death hunting various of people destined to die. It also gives you various clues to the 3 faces of the moon and the solutions in them.
Like in form of like
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
you mean like in form of like a poem or something?
Yeah. Yeah, basically, in the poem you see, you will mention like 3 faces of the moon, and those are the solutions to this puzzle here.
No.
I don't exactly recall which one it is, but just follow along. I believe this one is that I don't know these moon faces at all. Just follow along which one it is, and the last one. And that's it. That's all you really need to know. You could also use brute force this because it's only like 4 options for each one. So at worst you have to spin them around for like, I don't know. Anywho, darkness.
Oh, yeah, darkness.
Blocking my way.
And this is actually the place Nathaniel Ager was buried as well. And I don't think he's pleased with us exploring around his tomb.
Oi, Ager, you stink. That's
But opening the door is actually important for us to be able to progress, as it's one of the requirements to be able to dispel this ghost in there. Anyway, you spend a little bit more time just exploring around. I don't think there actually is anything of importance around here anymore. And yeah, I probably should have edited this bit a bit more.
I feel something
Yeah,
watching.
but maybe only for the commentary version, probably.
Yeah.
Symbolic images.
I also have to edit the jump scare text because I accidentally forgot to put a P in.
rock scare.
Yeah, those rocks will pop up almost anywhere in this catacombs. They don't do anything except just annoy you, because they freeze up the game just so you can
Death
just,
by annoyance.
yeah, they basically just there to annoy you.
Archaic imagery or writing.
And that's all there is to the catacombs, I think. Or no. Oh wait, there's another rock.
Rock vision.
Hung.
At this point, it's gonna break the camera if it keeps doing that.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. Maybe that's what... Yeah, Nathaniel Ager, the man who threw little pebbles at people. And that's all there is to the tombs. Now we have a couple of things we need to do in order to get rid of the ghost. One is to go behind here and...
I should time my move with care to avoid the hot steam.
You actually don't need to time the movement here. You spam the button and he will eventually go in there.
Oh.
You might remember earlier we had like a wheel crank. We picked up a wheel crank downstairs. This is what it's used for. We couldn't really use it until we turned on the steam though.
Ah.
And now we can play the organ.
Imagine this joke song from The Simpsons where Bart smuggles in like wrong lyrics and they sing like a rock song or something.
Yeah.
I think it was called In the Garden of Eden or something.
I just decided to show off the organ. I didn't show off the fact that you can actually press some of the black back keys on them.
Oh.
And only press the white ones. I said, forgot you could do that. So you probably figure out at this point we had to play the song To My Dark Lord and Master. But before that, there's another thing that I decided to pick up just beforehand. Using the same thing we used to open a casket, we can use it to get this stinky old piece of cheese. And that will be important for a thing later when we're done here. Now you do remember Nancy had a record player, right?
Huh?
The record player is actually haunted.
Oh,
If you
no.
crank it up,
Because of course it is.
if you crank it up, you can get a couple of things from it.
When you play it in reverse.
Specifically, yeah, the camera doesn't work. But if you use a camera, you get a picture of something. And you have to crank it up each time you need to use anything on it. But it plays a different song for every time you crank it. Although it's just a short loop of the song. I think there's a decent number of songs in there, actually.
Did somebody just make a loud noise from us?
Don't mind me, that's just somebody else in the room.
And now we got the lyric, we got the song for the To My Dark Lord and Master from the recorder.
Spooky music.
If you keep playing it over and over again, do you get the demon song from Sam and Max?
I wish.
If you're playing
It was
long enough, you
good.
hear everything.
I honestly wish so. That would be great. But no.
I was
Just
gonna
get-
say you could probably mod it in, but I don't think there's a modding scene for this game.
Not at all. And it doesn't do that thing where it tells you where you went into the record, it just keeps looping forever and ever. And now we just need to play the song correctly. And having the door open down to the catacombs was actually very important for this. If you didn't have it open, this wouldn't work. But since we did, all we need to do is play the song and be finished with this damn church.
Did we make like an exorcism with this song or what?
I think so. I think maybe we're trying to put to rest to Nathaniel Ager or whatever, playing his favorite organ, since no one played on it for ages. fearing the curse, because the Aegers were kind of generally nasty people.
The place is free. Free of its dead.
Yeah, but
Shut
that
them
guy
all
who's
out
the guy who jump scares us will still appear. In fact, he did appear when I decided to go back here. So besides that jump scare guy, the place is free from its dead now.
Nathaniel Ager.
And behind Nathaniel Ager is one of the symbols again.
It's a symbol, but I have no idea what it means.
And that's the final one we need in order to do something very important. Now we have 4 symbols, we can proceed with the game. And we're done with the church. So after... oh yeah, I think... yeah, I got one last rock thrown at me.
Yeah.
Its place is free if it's dead, but the
Mr.
rock thrower is never gonna go away.
Here? It's Mr. Russet. I'm off now.
And that's
Be
also...
seeing you, laddie.
and that's another indication that you're done with this place and you just get out of here. And with this, we can finally go back to Saxton and continue on our quest for the crown.
Wait, is that... It is. It's Mr. Tibbs. Alive and well, I see, Mr. Tibbs. Reese will be over the moon.
Yep, Mr. Tibbs is alive for some reason.
Now to make him follow me
Oh.
back to Saxton.
And you get achievement if you take a
Something
picture
should
of him, but what you need to do here is give him the piece of cheese.
Something should stay dead. Every time from the dead, like, no!
Yep.
What have I done? I am Nigel Denver.
So this section is a bit weird. You basically have to keep giving the cat a piece of cheese every time you get to a certain area for him to proceed
Do
onwards.
cats eat cheese?
I don't think cats eat cheese. I know it's...
Yeah, it's very weird.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
kinda
it's not
doubt
like
that as
with
well.
chocolate, I guess. Or something which you shouldn't never give to cats.
I don't
I
think
guess.
it's good to give sugar to animals in general.
Yeah.
Especially small
I
animals.
think it's something. I think it's something else that they can't digest, and it's poisonous to them.
Mm.
But cheese? Yeah, cheese is like cheese to a cat. Yeah, that.
I guess cheese is fine, considering that cats like milk, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's still kind of a weird thing to give them, especially a stinky old cheese that's been there for God don't know how long.
It gives it that special aroma that nobody wants.
Yeah.
Except this.
Anyway, we're almost done with this. We can finally return this to Reese.
Maybe the cheese is haunted, which gives us extra flavor.
Maybe.
This is somehow the weirdest. This is some surreal walking, like
Yeah.
it's like
A man gliding and a cat doing whatever the heck it's doing.
Wow.
so weird. It's like I am Catbot 3.0. I
It's
still
like some weird. It's like a weird march.
Yeah.
the march of the idiot
Look
cats.
who I found.
The march of the lack of animation budget.
Yeah.
He was hiding out at Ulcombe.
I can't believe it. You brought that thing back. Why?
I'll leave you to your reunion.
Yeah.
I know I said I wanted you to bring my cat back, but I explicitly meant
My
not to.
Get yourself to that fair.
Will you be going?
Not just yet. I've got something to do. Top secret.
Oh, aye. Well, make sure you get them photos to me. I'm hoping you're a winner, boy.
Also, you can put
I'll
the
leave the
if you took the
photo
photo of Mr. Tibbs in his
Harbour
shirt,
Cottage.
you can use that
Oh, is that
for
a
the
trip
photo
right round
contest.
to your place, is it?
How many
Sadly
photos can
not.
you cram into
Gonna
that
be rather
photo box?
tied up.
Oh, even better.
Because I have the
Nice try.
impression you can
Catch you
post a
later.
lot of
And you,
pictures and
Mr. Tibbs.
Yeah, you
put
could.
them in there.
Almost any photos doesn't involve the symbols you can put in there. Also, you missed that hilarious line there.
Aww.
Because like now it's like, I'm gonna be rather tied up in there, and Reese is like, ooh, even better.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do
And
you
that-
get this? No.
I'm so sad that we missed it. It was a great line, honestly. Just out of nowhere. Anywho, after examining all the symbols, which is important, we can now put them in here. And
This image represents a town or village.
a long time ago I mentioned that the symbol's meaning
town
is
of
different
Saxon.
depending on its orientation.
The symbol is that of an eye.
And that will be important for us in order to figure out
The Fenland eye.
where the crown is. Because right now we're trying to figure out where the lost crown currently is.
This pictogram.
And these
signifies
symbols
right
coming from various people who are looking for a
the
crown,
Fenland's
with exception to
crown
Nathaniel,
system.
will reveal us a hint to the location.
Saxon symbol translates as hill.
Oh.
So we have to spin this around,
Hillside of
and-
Carrion Wood near
and
Rockville.
if you spin it in the right configuration, we can figure out where the crown
Within
is.
the town.
So first you spin
Before
around to show them
town.
what's the different
Oh,
meanings
now
are.
I
Beneath the town.
Oh.
Beyond the town.
Yeah, I go ahead and show them what these
Before
symbols mean.
The eye.
Is it from some poem that you have to?
The eye.
Actually, I don't think there's any real hints to
Hmm.
where the location is, with exception to, if you remember the museum, they mentioned that Gadwulf's
Before
kingdom was
the
around Northfield. So,
Beneath the fence.
so besides that, there isn't really hints to where the crown is, besides just
Inside
spinning around
the
until
fence.
something happens. A
Before
bit of a weird thing though, first time I tried to do this, I actually had a bit of a
beneath
bug, and when I actually got it correctly,
Beyond the
I managed to spin the thing around again,
above the
and it didn't give me the message it was supposed to give me.
So you
So
had
it's
to
soft locked.
within
No, it didn't soft lock me. It just didn't get. It just
Oh.
didn't let me know. I can still proceed with the game.
Wow.
before.
But it was
Well,
that
crap,
point I
that's
forgot
what
to.
I wanted to do.
Was at that point I forgot to record a section of the game, and I didn't save beforehand, so I had to do this all over again. So
The
this
entire
is now the
game.
second time I have to play through the whole organ
Wow.
thing and the cat thing and everything, and even further than
Joy.
that too.
Through.
Yeah, I had to replay a bit of this game, and that was kind of painful.
Beneath the hill. Beneath the town of Saxton. Through the Fenland Eye. Beyond the Fenlands to a place beneath the wooded hill. The treasure is beneath the Carrion Wood.
Was it just brute forcing this time? Because
I don't know. Anyway, we now know where the crown is, somehow. It was beneath the Carrion Woods.
dig everything up.
Hashtag get to Karen Wood.
Yes. So now we have to go into the... Don't worry, we won't be saying it very long. You don't have to listen to the obnoxious music there. We just
Yeah, I
have to
don't
go...
have to listen to one half of English Country Garden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beneath the town of Saxton. Through the Fenland Eye.
This isn't really beneath Saxton. But yeah, anyway, he's just telling us what the clues are referring to.
Oh,
The sign
sweet, the
isn't
thing that's
haunted.
haunted.
Beyond the
Yay.
I guess we slapped the ghosts away.
Yeah.
We Luigi's mansioned the ghosts away.
Yeah. What a ghost taser. Anywho, in the woods, there's now a new area to explore. The mines. I think it was mentioned at one point that there's mines in the Carrion Woods, but only now we can explore it.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of things before we can actually get to finding the location of Gadwulf's Lost Kingdom. A couple of things we have to pick up. We can pick up a crank here. And there's a crank to...
It looked like a cricket. No, not cricket.
No, no,
It
no,
was
not a
the
cricket
one
crank.
where
Crochet,
you-
crochet
Yeah,
mallet.
exactly.
No, that's not that kind of thing. It's... You'll see
Yeah.
later. Oh yeah, I need to get my notes again because we got another thing to summarize.
Oh joy.
It's a quick one. Oh wait, I apparently didn't find it here. It's on another location. But we have to do something within those rocks. Hey, look, there's a plunger and some TNT. And also a note.
Let's see.
And this note is basically a miner from 1884 saying that the mining operation has stopped due to knockers, which are said to be
Sweaty gelignite thinks.
creatures that warns miners of doom within the rocks. So people have stopped mining there because of that. But guess what we get to do with this TNT here?
Not blow it up.
You're wrong. We get to blow up rocks.
I was secretly hoping it would be like disappointing. Okay.
No, we're going to blow up the rocks. We're going to blow up the countryside.
Finally, some action.
Yes.
And it's all gonna be over in a few seconds.
Yep.
Activate the doomsday device. Like a Death Star.
It
Like,
just pushes it down and you hear alarms like tactical nuke launching.
Well, that's the end of Let's Play.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's no other way to describe the explosion other than wow.
yeah. It ran out of budget during the explosion.
Yeah.
There's like a really high budget, like the split second it existed, and then it just went over budget and was like, nah, just throw some smoke.
Yeah, that's
Oh no, a journal.
I actually forgot, didn't see the journal firsthand, but I'll get to it the next part. Because...
Ooh. Oh. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, no, that's fine. I was a bit worried there's gonna be a maze.
No, there's no mazes in this game. I can tell you that
Oh,
now.
it's a dwarf kingdom. Oh no.
It's Gadwulf's Lost Kingdom, indeed. We found it.